Alright guys, so today I started a brand new Minecraft survival in hardcore. We have one goal: survive. That's it. Nothing crazy, no speedrun, no beating Minecraft in 10 minutes. Just me, a tree, and the smallest amount of confidence possible. Like every great Minecraft journey, I started by doing the most important things. Looking around like I had no idea where I was. Eventually I remembered what exists. So I started punching trees and gathering the basics. The plan was simple: get tools, get food, find shelter, and most importantly, do not die early. Minecraft heard that last part and immediately started laughing. At this point, I'm collecting the starter pack, wood, stone, food. The normal Minecraft beginning before everything goes terribly wrong. Now I'm crafting mining. I'm trying to upgrade from Lost Caveman to slightly organized Lost Caveman. I had tools, I had supplies, I had confidence. And as we all know, confidence is the most dangerous item in Minecraft. I was feeling good way too early. And that is always when the game starts planning something evil. Day 2 came around, and somehow I was still alive.
Day
That
2.
alone felt like an achievement. So I kept moving,
Day
grabbed
3.
whatever I could, and started acting like I had a real survival plan. Did I actually have one? No. But I was moving with purpose, and sometimes that's enough to fool yourself. Then I got to the water and started traveling. At this point, I thought I was beginning some legendary adventure. Sailing across the world, discovering new places, becoming a true Minecraft survivor. In reality, I was just a man in a boat, no map, no idea, no clue where I was going. But eventually, I found land, and that's when things started getting interesting. I found a village. Now, finding a village in Minecraft is supposed to be a good thing, right? Free beds, free food, free loot, and a bunch of villagers who are about to lose all their belongings. But there was one problem. The village had security. And by security, I mean one giant Iron Golem who looked like they had been waiting all day of somebody stupid enough to test them. Unfortunately, I was that somebody. I walked in acting like I owned the place, and the Iron Golem looked at me like, "Boy, you sure about that?" Then boom, deleted. Alright guys, so welcome to 99 Days in the Forest. Let me just get some wood. Alright, new world, new mindset, and new beginning. Same player though, so keep your expectations low. This time, I was going to do things properly. No fighting the Iron Golem, no acting tough, no disturbing village security. Just a clean survival run. So I spawned in, gathered wood, made tools, and started building up myself. Back from complete embarrassment. And honestly, things were looking pretty well. Which is usually the exact moment Minecraft starts preparing the next problem. At this point, I'm speeding things up because I'm basically doing the normal Minecraft survival routine. Collecting wood, mining stone, running around, checking the area, and pretending I have a plan. I had no map, no real direction, no strategy. Just vibes and bad navigations. But somehow, I was making progress. And for me, making progress without dying for at least 5 minutes is basically a world record. Now things got a little sketchy because I'm moving around in the dark and Minecraft at night is basically the game asking, are you sure you want to be outside? I'm checking caves, grabbing resources, opening chests, and trying to survive without getting jumped. At this point, I was playing carefully. Not because I'm smart, because I was traumatized. That Iron Golem changed me. Then somehow, I ended up around another village area. And once again, there was an Iron Golem. And I remember how the first Iron Golem packed me up so badly. Yeah. I learned absolutely nothing. Because after restarting, getting my confidence back, and pretending I was a changed man, I found another Iron Golem. And instead of walking away like a normal survivor, I said, nah, let's run this back. This was no longer survival. This was revenge. I wanted my dignity back. So I started fighting them again.
Round 2, fight!
Moving around like I had a strategy. But let's be honest, my strategy was mostly panicking, swinging, and hoping Minecraft felt sorry for me. Was it smart? Nah. Was it necessary? Nope. But after what the first Iron Golem did to me, this became personal. Somehow, even after getting hard moments, I still walked back into danger, like I was the main character. That's not bravery. That's just brain damage. (9:15 to 10:20). After fighting the Iron Golem, I had to move, like I actually learned something. I didn't, but I had to at least pretend. So I started gathering supplies, running around the village, grabbing whatever I could, and trying to turn this disaster into real survival mode. This was where I entered full village tax collector mode. Beds, mined. Food, mine. Random chest loot, also mine. The villagers didn't know it yet, but this was a forced donation. After that, I kept moving. Crossed open land, checked around for animals, and just kept exploring. At least, I thought I was exploring. In my mind, I was on a legendary adventure. I was discovering new land, finding new places, becoming a true survivor. In reality, I was just walking with confidence and zero direction. Which now that I think about it, It's basically my whole Minecraft strategy. Alright, this part's just better because I was running a lot, walking, jumping, swimming, and acting like I knew what I was doing. I didn't. I was traveling like I had coordinates memorized, but really, I was just falling down and bad decisions. At this point, I thought I was far away from where I started. I thought I was making progress. I thought I was discovering new, and then things started looking familiar. That's when it hit me. I didn't discover a new place. I made one giant circle. I walked all the way, just to end up basically back where I started. That's not navigation.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
No, finally start building. The goal was simple. Make a house that does not look completely embarrassing. So I started placing wood, setting up the first parts, putting down the bed and trying to make something that looked like a base instead of a panic project. Was it going to be the greatest house? I don't know as yet. So was it safe? Right now? Not really. Was it better than standing outside waiting for mobs to jump me? Absolutely. Slowly, the base started coming together. A little wood here, some stone there, a bed inside, and boom, home. Not a mansion, not a castle, but it had the most important stuff. Respawn point, chest, and a furnace. I'm speeding this part up because building takes time, and nobody needs to watch me place every single block like this is a construction documentary. I'm adding more blocks, fixing parts, checking the structure, and trying to make the place look slightly less like it built during a panic attack. The house was simple, but so was mine, and in Minecraft, that's all that matters. Night started coming in, but this time I actually had a place to stay. Look at that, growth. A few minutes ago, I was getting launched by the Iron Golem and escaping to the blocks. Now I had a base, a bed, and some kind of a plan. Was the plan perfect? But it was better than wandering around like a lost tourist. So I kept working, kept placing blocks, and prepared to turn this little piece into something useful. Now we're continuing the base. I'm outside fixing the structure, adding more blocks and trying to make this place look like an actual home. At this point the base had a lot of potential. It looked like something that could become nice if I didn't get distracted every 30 seconds. Then I went back into planning mode, checking inventory. Then I went back into planning mode, checking inventory, crafting, looking at items, trying to figure out what I had and what I needed. This is a part where Minecraft turns into a strong management simulator. I need materials, tools, light, decoration, and probably common sense. Unfortunately, common sense was not in the inventory. That was not funny. Okay, so I went back outside, and honestly, the area was starting to feel like home. The base was there, the village was nearby, the land was open, and for a second, everything felt peaceful, which is always suspicious in Minecraft. Because the moment the game gets quiet, you already know something's loading in the background to ruin your day. Still, I kept working, kept moving, kept pretending I had everything under control. Now I'm back to building and crafting. This is where the base starts getting more personality. I'm placing blocks, adding details, checking recipes, and trying to make the house look less like a survival emergency shelter. It was still rough, but it was improving. Except this part already. At this point, I'm getting into the base setup.
Several days later.
The walls are coming together. The inside is starting to look like someone actually lives there. Not someone rich, not someone organized, but someone. And honestly, after everything that happened, that was enough for me. After building for a while, I went back into survival mode. I checked my inventory, grabbed what I needed, and started heading out again. Because apparently, after making a safe base, the smartest thing to do was leave it. That's Minecraft logic. You spend all this time making a safe house, then immediately walk into danger, looking for some resources. So I then went underground because clearly after barely surviving above ground, the next step was going in the dark cave, full of things that wanted me gone. I started mining, placing torches, checking the area, and looking for anything useful. Eventually, I found some iron, some more coal, and some materials I needed to build a house. So there I was underground collecting resources, feeling like this survival run was finally turning around. Then Minecraft said, "That's cute." Out of nowhere, a creeper pulled up. No warning, no footsteps, no friendly conversation, just pure damage. I tried to react, but by the time I realized what was happening, it was already too late. The creeper exploded and ended the whole operation. Game over. Blown up. And honestly, this is the most Minecraft ending possible. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for some more Minecraft content, which will be out soon. Thanks.